Hi. Right, this is the final stage to the Anita Art Pottery Hibiscus vase, and I'm now going to try and hold the camera in one hand, or the video in one hand, and paint some leaves. Now, again, this is that colour that I have to be really careful with, and I'm worried that I've gone a little bit heavy with that top leaf, but I'm going to hope for the best. And now I'm just going to fill in between with a few leaves, as you can see here. I'm not going to paint over completely because I want the other colours to peep through. I think that top one's going to be a little heavy, so I'm going to have to try and take a bit of that off in a minute. There we go. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Now, little ones here and there. And this will all blend in. Oop, very nearly a run. Right, might look a little odd at the moment with brown leaves all over it. I can hear you thinking or saying it won't look anything like this when it's fired. Right. There we go. Oh, don't think you could see what I was doing then. So I'm watching the pot, not watching where the camera is, but so it's must be an easier way of doing this. Right, the filming, I mean. What I'm hoping for is that these colours will blend and give me, they'll actually wrap themselves around the flowers, as you can see, and then that will make the flowers more vibrant and pop out with the greeny blue leaves and foliage in the background. There we go. I'm just going to bob in a little bit more yellow, I think, and I'm going to try, hope I don't mess it up, and take a bit of that colour off there. The wet brush, I might better take a bit off because I'm sure that's going to run if I'm not careful. So I mean, even if it goes wrong, I'll still show you the final piece when it's out of the kiln tomorrow, because I'll put it in the quickfire kiln overnight, and I will show you what happens, because I think it's always good to see how not to do it as well as how to do it. But I may have been lucky and saved that by just lifting a bit of the colour off with a wet brush. Let's hope so. Right, okay, I think the last bit now, I'm going to, like I said, just put a bit more yellow in between. Wash the brush out really thoroughly, or use a different brush, because if I happen to put the green, the copper green brush into the yellow, I'd contaminate the whole pot of the yellow glaze, and it would be ruined. So you have to be really careful. There's lots of little tips and hints like that that are handy. Sometimes though, things like that, you can come up with an effect by default. You make a mistake and actually it comes up really well. That is the beauty again of these glazes. And there's you know, I've done it before. I've put the brush in the wrong colour and put the wrong colour on by mistake, but in actual fact it looks quite nice. So you've got a new effect and possibly a new design, but you didn't plan it. So just being totally honest, that does happen sometimes. Right, now I just think the flowers are looking a little sort of bare in the middle, so I think they need a little bit of shading. So what I'm going to do now is, this colour is a maroon colour over the red, and I'm just gonna do a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting, so it's not there we go, you can see. I'll just go back a bit there, so that makes it look really interesting. Do that on all of them, and then I'll be finished, and it can pop into the kiln overnight. It's fired for, oh, I don't know, it depends, probably about 8 hours, and we'll see the first firing finished tomorrow, and then I will be adding some more to it again, and then there'll be one or two more firings to finish it completely. Right, I think I've nearly done. Well, I hope again you found this interesting. I'm going to try and do a little video every week of a different design, and I'll see you again tomorrow when this one's going to be transformed in the firing. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.